was the robe.
Hey guys!
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi.
Oh my god.
Michael Vannen.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Vannen.
And I think as you
I'll just stay
can,
like this.
as you guys can probably see right now, we have Ellen and Marcel perfectly demonstrating how they are going to be in the next batch of posters, I suppose. I'm saying Amazon, if you're watching right now, which you probably are, these two are the exact people you need to get on for the next. Do you think, Helen, you'll be a good hand model by any chance?
No.
No?
Not with
Oh,
that
that's a shame.
attitude.
I have very short. I just want to be cast as an elf hand model, but my hands are too short. I'm a tiny person. Hobbit.
Indeed. But as you can see, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Council of Fans Live. This is episode 2, and boy, do we, as I said before you even go into this, is probably the biggest one we have ever done. And that's because, as I said before, we have 12. So the good thing, as I was explaining before, Amazon have released character posters. What we've just been doing for non-stop for the last about 24 hours is trying to match everyone together. And so we have, of course, there are about, I believe, 23, and we have around 12 that I'd say, if we can put down as we can personally confirm. But firstly, before we get into that, we do have a lovely group of people here. But I think firstly, it's best to start off with the guests. So firstly, as you could probably tell from earlier, we have Helen, the clueless fangirl. Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friends. Glad to be on again. I'm always invited when some things drop, so I'm very happy to be here with this awesome group of people.
And it's because of your enthusiasm. And also, we have, I think, wait, Helen, are you part of the German Talk Society now, right? Also, that means,
Well, and this man convinced me
yeah,
to become a member.
because we've got another member of the German Talk Society, and that is Marcel, who also known as the Tolkien Professor. Hello, my friend.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and we obviously have quite a few things to talk about tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
And also, as we have one of the people who've been in this community, probably started it off for YouTube, and that is Men of the West, also known as Yoistan. Hello, my friend.
Hi, it's so good to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to talk to you all today.
Indeed. And also in the chat, we've got really good friends of the channel. We've got Timbo Took. Great to see you here. Nerd of the Rings. Really thank you for the shout out yesterday as well. We've got all the lovely people in chat. We can also see you. And we will try to be interacting as much as possible. And I know all you guys want to do is probably get into it. But first,
Hey guys, Michael Vannen. Good to see you all again.
also hello to TolkienTube.
Hello, it's really great to be here. Really looking forward to it. I don't really know much of what we're going to be discussing on a more specific basis, so that's going to be really exciting.
And last but not least, hello, Hen.
Hi.
Read straight to the point as usual. Yes, Janelle, this is live, and so Hen is the only one who actually knows what is going to be shown. The rest don't. Also, actually, quickly shout out to Kyle, who's in the producer role today, putting us all together, doing his wizardry. So, but without further ado, let's get, I think, just straight into the first poster. So, and I think is one of the biggest ones. So, I'm sure this will be on screen in a second, and just checking that is. And I think, Yoistan, I think we talked about this beforehand. So starting off with you, who do you think is in this poster?
I'm guessing the Witch King. I tried to look around his hand to see if I couldn't see like a ring of power there or something, but yeah, I'm gonna go Witch King, dark chainmail, dark plate armor in the background, and for some reason it strikes me more than with Sauron. It's probably the sword, to be honest. So that's my guess.
And I'm sure the Witch King is one of the main picks either way. So I'm just checking. Does anybody else here have any other, ideas? If so, just shout them out. Feel free to. So
Yesterday we talked about the possibility if ever anyone has ever been to Vienna to the huge museum of Austria, etc., and they have one of the best weapon collections in the world. And if you see, obviously the costume team, the props team, they're going to build a culture from scratch basically to provide us with these pictures. And those costumes, those armors are stuff of late medieval times when war with your regular armor wasn't done anymore. That's just show off. So someone mentioned that this might be Celebrimbor, and Anatar has done him like a fancy armor suit that he can go out with and have fun with. And I quite like that idea. I still think it's the Witch King, but the idea that Celebrimbor has something to, I'm gonna show off how cool I am, given by Anatar from the Smithies together, that sounds like a good, bro thing in a sense.
Interesting. I really like that potential Celebrimbor shout, but you are all wrong. And I
Wow.
think, Ken, do you want to take away? I think I'll let you do the first ones as to who this is.
Yeah, who is it? I forgot.
Come on! You're not serious!
It's Adar, isn't it?
Yes, this is what we can confirm, that this is Adar, the elf that has been twisted at some point. Oh,
Now this
we're back.
something is happening.
We
We're
are
back.
back. So basically, for everybody in chat,
Audience, we're live.
yep,
But
Bezos
the
just
stream isn't
gave us yeah,
Okay, there we
so
go. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
basically,
back on.
Bezos gave us quick ring on the doors, told us not to release Adar because apparently something we were about to all get cease and desist. I'm joking. No, we are back. We are not sure. That just added to the drama of it, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think
Okay.
Close call. Whew.
I think I really like the light Varendil chat, and I'm saying chat, you are all
That was great.
okay. Before Bezos tries to snipe us again, Carl quickly try and get up the picture of Adar for context, and we need to swiftly move on to the next one. But anyways, while Carl's doing that, I think I forgot who I asked, but so yeah, Marcel, this is Adar. So Joseph Maul, what are your opinions on this?
Right now, I'm just totally surprised and taken aback, and I don't really know. I'm really looking forward to this because if you look at the armory and the armor and the weapon and everything, and if that is a twisted elf, that it's gonna be some juicy side story that we probably haven't seen anywhere else. So this is gonna be new. It's gonna be exciting, and let's see what else we have in the next 22 pictures.
And oh yep, and also I think James Matram, this is a super chat, thanks for that, but it's actually directed to Yoistan, saying Yoistan, the Tom Bombadil of Tolkien YouTube, do you think Tom and Goldberry will appear?
Oh, that would be amazing. I feel like that would be fan service to the max degree to have them, but I feel like they're gonna probably go other directions. I'd love to see them, of course, but they might raise more questions than answers. So.
And I know we are about 15 minutes in and we've only done one, so just for the sake of time, we're gonna move on to the next one. So Kyle, do you want to get the next one up? And this is, I think, the second big reveal of today. So I'll just wait. So the character that is being displayed in this poster of having this like red suit on, red costume, potential tunic, is in fact Celebrimbor. This is what we can confirm. This is Celebrimbor. And now to the actor that is playing Celebrimbor, and that is Ken, do you want to go for that this time?
Do you remember?
Oh, that's interesting.
So yeah, just for people who don't know, this is Celebrimbor on screen. And so first of all, what are you guys I think Helen, should we start with you? So this person here is Celebrimbor. What are your initial thoughts? Who did you think it was actually originally?
The whole scene reminded me of, when Eldarion came to Middle-earth, to Lindon, and talked to Gil-galad, and Gil-galad asked the Numenoreans for aid, basically, because he realized, something was going on in Middle-earth, and evil was awakening and arising again. So my initial thought, and we know letters have been exchanged. He gave Eldarion, the son of the then Numenorean king, Neldur, letters that basically confirmed and asked him for aid and help. And I thought this is Gil-galad, because it looks like an elf, but the robe, obviously reminds you of the look and feel of how Elrond was portrayed in the Hobbit and in the Lord of the Ring movie. So it was a 50-50 between Gil-galad or Elrond. But Elrond, the lawmaster, so it makes sense to portray him with this, thingy. Yeah. Scroll. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to use the German
Could I just
word.
say I was the one of the fans that shared Storm of Images first, and I thought that my picture would be Tarmeneldur, Anarin's father. I thought that is the letter that Gil-galad sent to Tarmeneldur, and when I got that picture, and I was allowed to send it 10 minutes first before everything else came in, I thought this is gonna be pretty cool if that is Tarmeneldur, but I don't mind it being Celebrimbor either.
And quickly, I know people asking in chat, yeah, the actor is Charles Edwards. So yes, that is the actor for Celebrimbor. Tom Budge was the first Celebrimbor, but they decided to replace him because they felt like maybe, I think this is really unconfirmed.
Performance wasn't
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I got it
performance, maybe
right.
it was a bit.
I said
Yeah.
that. I said that from the beginning that he was going to play him. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I got that right.
So I think the portrayal is maybe a bit too flamboyant or over the top or something like that, but they have decided to go with the older actor with Charles Edwards. So yeah, that's the second big thing. So yeah. Also, but quickly, someone who hasn't really spoken yet, I think Yoistan, so your opinion quickly on this. I think the next thing is why is Celebrimbor holding this scroll?
It could be. I mean, I know one of our friends on Twitter translated the scroll. I'm forgetting what it says, but I want to say it was something about entrance or something like that. And it could be that it's some sort of ring lore. It could be something like that. It really does throw me off that it's Celebrimbor and not Elrond, because I would have thought that they might have the crafting hammer or something a little more recognizable for that character in particular, but seem to be trees there. It could be something for Eregion or Holland or some. Yeah. So very interesting.
And I will say, you say that they wouldn't put something more iconic to Celebrimbor, something that is more recognizably Celebrimbor, like the hammer. I think they were deliberately avoiding all the really, really recognized things that would tip off who each character is. Like Gil-galad no one has a spear.
Gloss,
that
yeah.
identifies Gloss. There's no
that makes sense.
power here that jumps out. Nothing of that kind. So I think the hammer and the star of Celebrimbor's fall into the same category of things that want to be dead giveaways. You know?
Of course,
I think
we do
Matt
have a
and-
couple of things
Matt-
which are pretty obvious, like the sword, which looks like it's from Rohan, but obviously it can't be, maybe from one of their ancestors or something like that.
Yeah.
And also the Dwarven king, probably during the third, but I guess we don't really have confirmation on that, but we do know that he will be in the show.
All
So
of them do look obvious.
it seems
Yeah.
like it's gonna be him.
Yeah, and
Matt
also
from Nerd of the Ring says in the chat, the scroll says Armenelos view from the south.
Menelaus.
Oh,
Hmm?
interesting.
Well, I posted a link to one of the Polish Tolkienists, and he said it's King Square view from the south. So obviously
not
it's not
Armenelos.
Armenelos.
yes,
Yeah,
King
yeah.
Square, not Armenelos. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how I
interesting.
read it too. Yeah.
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 But quickly, what I want to, I've seen in the chat, Charles Edwards is old. And I think this is a deliberate decision by Amazon because Tom Budge is like, 15 to 20 years younger than Charles Edwards was, and there was a clear decision to change the actor to make him older. Maybe they saw the first 2 episodes, they saw how the acting was like, and saw the portrayal of Celebrimbor. Maybe the showrunners or maybe the directors, executives thought, we want to change Celebrimbor up a bit. So this is looking like the actor and Amazon have decided to have this older Celebrimbor. But
Sort of like what happened with Aragorn, I guess.
indeed.
Yeah.
But I think quickly now, I think moving on to the next one, so I'll wait for Carl to get this next one up on screen. And this is the really, really decisive one. I'm really happy we've been able to confirm this one. I'll just quickly wait for the next one.
Can I take a guess real fast for it?
Oh yeah, everyone
let's-
can take guesses.
That would be
yeah.
amusing.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
let's see what people guess.
Lobelia Sackville Baggins. I'm just gonna throw that one.
That
Um,
was more amusing than I
There's a
thought it
spoon
would be.
missing. There's a spoon missing.
That's
There
the
would be
Sunday,
spoons
the
if it's
Sunday
Lobelia.
attire. Just walking out on a Sunday afternoon. Yep.
I mean, for real though, I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably not correct, but are Pharazon the Golden? Just because of that epithet, that's where my head is at. But I could be very much wrong.
So I think next, Marcel, do you want to have your guess?
Well, the thing is, some of those people who are really obviously totally nuts on these things, they mentioned that the embroidery on the cufflink on the left hand that you can see on the picture, there's actually writing on this. So someone is so arrogant that he is possibly writing his own name on this. And what they came up with was Elbe, which would lead possibly to Celebrimbor, but that we've just had Celebrimbor, so that can't possibly be true. But they argue that someone has actually spelled his or her name on this. And that is like the uttermost arrogance. And, well, who could it possibly be?
Yeah, really
It's
interesting.
Sauron, people. It's Anatar.
I'd tell you it's not Anitar, but
What?
so Nikki, do you want to quickly have your guess?
Well, I haven't really had the time to really investigate these. But first thing I thought was that it was King of Numenor, could be Gil-galad, could be one of the kings that turn into the Nines. I'm not really sure because I haven't had time to really think about it, but that's my first anyway.
And well,
And so I think chat, you have gotten, so it's between Pharazon and Gil-galad. So I want to see in chat how
the
many people
Oscar
put
goes
Pharazon.
through.
No, wait. I want to see how many chat people put Pharazon, how many put Gil-galad. So I want to see which one it is because it is in fact Gil-galad. So this this is
Very
and
good.
actually interestingly, someone noticed, accurately read it. These are Benjamin Walker's hands, and re-released on Sunday. Benjamin Walker
Wow.
is. So, are we back? Are we back?
Can they hear us?
We are back. Where were we?
Okay, so just wait up. Just for the sake of this not happening, in I think the chat have mentioned it as well, and we will go through the next few ones quite quickly, just for the sake of we just want to get this out there. So yep, that one's Gil-galad, and now moving on to the next one, Kyle.
Speedrun.
So
Let's do it.
yep, speedrun. We need to speedrun this next one. So yeah, we're just waiting for the next one to be put on screen. Okay, it's up. Okay, so I think I'll start off with Helen. What is your opinion on the Meteor thing? You know,
What?
the
I
Meteor.
thought this. Oh, so we're not talking about the apple.
No, we're talking
We will
about the
eventually.
Yep. So-
I didn't understand. So the only meteor, I know is from Eol, the dark elf, forging the sword, Anglachel, aka Gurthang, which I think makes an appearance here, by the way, in the images. But yeah, that's all the meteor thingy, and then obviously George R. R. Martin stories. But I have
Okay, I'm gonna quickly. So we apologize for this. So it's not on our side. It's actually on the side of Discord, and we know it keeps on crashing. So what we're going to do is, Carl, I think just on the screen, just do a run through all of them. I think. No, let's do about the next 4 and see how. Next 5. So
Yeah,
we
let's
watch it
do
on
it.
screen. So yeah, we're just gonna. Of course, we don't want to disappoint. We want to make this best for you guys as possible. So we're just going to. Yes, the next one's up. So this was Meteor Man. We'll go back to that in a bit. So the next one's up, and that is this is Elrond. So the person holding the scepter is Elrond, and we also think that is we've heard is that city on the top is Gondolin. So that is the big news there from that this is in fact Elrond. And
Staff of Torgon. That would make sense if maybe that's what that is.
All
Yeah,
right.
possibly. Yeah.
He's his
So-
ancestor, so
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, great.
I actually thought that was a
Grandfather.
scroll, so that's news to me.
And then so I think should we move on to the next one straight away?
Great.
So
Yeah, let's do it.
next
Yeah,
one's
go
up.
ahead.
This one is Karine Isildur's sister, played by Emma Horvath.
I
And
love
this, I
her. I
think-
think she's great. She's a good actress.
Oh wait,
Good,
did
like,
we finish our
I couldn't see
conversation
anything
about?
of it.
Did we finish our
Let's-
conversation about Meteor Man? Somebody's
No, we
in the
didn't.
chat.
So
We
I
skipped
think
him.
we'll have to go to Meteor Man at the end, 'cause just for the
Oh,
sake, I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get everything else up first.
All
Okay.
right.
So that's
I'm gonna
Karine,
go and
and
say I
then-
think that's Lenny Henry.
possibly. But
Doesn't look like it, but whatever, though.
next one, Carl, should you put the next one on screen? I think most people know this one. Most people know this as Galadriel, so I think this quite quickly. Actually, the thing we
Yes,
can
it-
add is that she will put when she's crossing the Helcaraxe, she will be wearing this costume armor. So
Be the warrior Galadriel.
yeah, so she will be wearing this armor while she's crossing the Helcaraxe. Helen, quickly, are you excited about seeing the Helcaraxe?
Yes, I want to see elves struggling, obviously, and I think you teased a while ago that they have to fight animals there and not just cross, and it's not just the ice and hardship, but it's also like deadly animals there. So it's really cool. I'm excited for those scenes.
And now I think should we just go to the next one?
Yep.
Yep. So
sure.
the next one,
Let's do
and
it.
this is Elendil, and in fact we were told that this is the Numenorean Sea Guard armor, and So what we actually, to be fair, this could potentially be. I think we can't tell if this is. I think someone did say this might be Lloyd Owen's hands, but so this is the Numenorean Sea Guard armor. So this is a really high up armor that they're going to wear. But now, I know about the sword, but we're still 50-50 around the sword because I think we might have to do that for another time. But I think Marcel, I think you'd be into this. First of all, what do you think of this? This would be the Numenorean seafaring armor.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely fascinated by the intricate details, because you see the Iscalia in the back on the chest armor element, which is very Irish and Celtic, and then you have the sun elements, of course. And what we haven't really found out yet is there's an inscription on the ring in Tengwar, so people are working on that right now. I'm absolutely excited because with the arm braces, this is very much I'm going into battle. And I want to see what Elendil is going to in that armor. So I'm absolutely excited seeing that. Definitely, yeah.
I'm curious to see if that sword is Narsil, like some people in the chat are saying, because
so.
Narsil is Quenya for red and white flame, according to Tolkien Gateway. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because
One thing I would say against that is that we know what Narsil looks like, and
Yeah.
again, they've been kind of deliberately avoiding anything that would be too much of a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
And so to have Narsil there when they don't have Eyeglass, they don't have the Ring of Barahir, they don't have any of the Rings of Power, would seem to be a little bit. It's in the style of Narsil, but I don't think it's Narsil.
and
Okay.
quickly
And look at the size of this sword, how this goes till his breast. So it's like a magnificent, it's a long sword.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, very broad
Yeah.
blade.
And just for some more Green Dragon gossip, the one thing that this might the thing is that this, I think, all I can say right now is that the sword Elendil is holding in this photo right now might not be the actual sword that he will wield in the show.
Sure.
And I think that's all we can say right now. We have to still, because I don't want to put out information that could potentially be wrong.
Sure.
But from what we've been hearing in the last 24 hours, it might not be the sword that Elendil will be using in season 1. And it actually might be, I think, pushing it forward a bit, it might be in one of the other posters, which might be interesting. But we're going to leave that there for some time. But now, I think moving
Can
on
I
to...
just say,
Yep, go
I
on.
just want to quickly jump in. I'm getting really like, you know, the female guard from Game of Thrones, who follows Jamie around. I'm getting
Yeah.
those vibes from that picture, and Brienne, and I
Yeah,
don't
it's the
know why.
Kingsguard. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it and I was like, all I can think of is Brienne, but she's not in the Lord of the Rings. It doesn't make sense. So I just wanted to say it.
Indeed, and quickly, the chat is mentioning, really good point, this could be a ceremonial sword. It's not ceremonial armor, I don't think, 'cause this is their seafaring armor, but the sword potentially could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
And yep. And this next one, I think, due to excellent analysis on Reddit, is in fact Isildur, and who is Maxime Baldry. So, I think first of all, this is a really interesting costume design they've gone for Isildur. What do you think, Yoistan?
Yeah, my friend Ryan and I, we thought he was a hobbit in this picture with the rope and everything, but I like that. It could be very much a young Isildur, the same one that would steal the sapling of the white tree and everything like that. So, especially for following Isildur around for a lot of the show, as Fellowship of Fans has stated in the past, it could be really interesting to see him take his life journey, the journey of the archetypal hero, and everything like that. So, yeah, very cool.
It is a young Isildur. It must be like what's his face? Maxime Baldry is quite young.
Yeah.
Character description is quite young. So yeah, it is a young Isildur.
Yeah.
And he could work, for the shipping guild. This is what his ancestors established, right? Aldarion established the shipping guild. It looks like he's a dock worker, right? So he doesn't work as a army commander right from the get-go, but he makes his way up, which makes him, likable. Yeah, people are saying in the chat as well, sailor look.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've heard like rumors about ancestors of hobbits being in the show or something like that. So I didn't know if this is kind of how they're going to do that but a young Isildur, a sailor Isildur, I like that a lot.
If
And I
we
wonder
had any rope makers in the chat, the rope that we're seeing on this image is from seafaring. That's not a regular rope that you would have somewhere as a farmer. That is something that you would have on the high seas. You can see it on the end, how the rope is twisted and burned off. So that is high seafaring sailing ship material. So
Very good.
And can I quickly mention someone? I think up in chat, I think it was someone mentioned that this could be Isildur while on the ship. I think it was Moko, and I think that is what I'm thinking this is, because Elendil, I think this is one of the leaks we haven't released yet, but Elendil is going to be the head of the Numenorean fleet. And what we can reveal is from before is that Isildur voluntarily joins the Numenorean army. Maybe this is showing him as on the ship when the Numenoreans are traveling to Middle Earth, and that probably explains the deckhands, etc. And not the deckhands, the rope, and he might be a deckhand, etc. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think that could possibly justify why he is dressed up like this?
I mean, yeah, that would make sense, and it would be interesting to see his point of view if he does, join the military of Numenor. It'd be interesting to see his point of view shift away from that of the King's Men, to have some of those polarizations, maybe even some factions that split in the military amongst the sailors and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of it is also just good old Isildur. He's, the everyman on the ship and everything, I think that's a lot of that thinking is behind this costume.
And he's
what it
certainly
represents.
dressed like it. He's not wearing anything particularly you know,
I mean, they have to create his
noble or rich.
backstory. They have to make him likable, right? Because
Yeah.
he is a good guy,
Yeah.
failed good guy in the end, but a good guy still. So yeah.
Hmm. And I think is that enough for Isildur? I think we'll move on to the next one. I think Kyle will get up now, and so the next one here is one of the Durins, and that is Owain Arthur. Already someone has already matched this hand to Owain Arthur's hand, but we reported, I think Carl will get a screen now, Owain Arthur will be playing a dwarf, and now we later confirmed in the second one this will be a Durin in the upcoming Amazon show. So first of all, I'm not sure, talk to you, but I think you know who Owain Arthur is. Do you think he will be a good Durin?
Oh, absolutely. He looks like it, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he is either Irish or Scottish, which is generally what Peter Jackson
Welsh.
went for.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, he's
I think
Welsh?
he'll. Okay.
He's Welsh, but
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
that's
he's gonna do.
it's
He's gonna
similar
do a Scottish
enough.
probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He looks like it. I think he's got the general build of it, and I honestly haven't seen many of these cast members in any TV shows. I don't watch a lot of TV shows actually, but
Me
I think
too.
he's got great potential just based upon looks. I think he looks like he could play a dwarf, and not in a bad way either. That's a very good compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree. And I think I've seen him do quite a bit of theater. Like I've never actually seen him live, but he does a bit of theater. So and that will go well with the whole Tolkien vibe because it's more focused on language and especially Shakespeare and stuff like that. So I think he will do the role justice.
And his counterpart is I think Carl, could you firstly put up the bit around the the Dwarven Queen singing and the sad lament, and put that up on screen first. And so we reported a few months ago that this dwarf, and we also mentioned that it will be played by a diverse actor, and that this Numenor, I keep saying Numenor, I don't know why I keep saying that, but this dwarven woman will be singing a sad lament after a mineshaft has collapsed on them, and this is in fact Sophia Numviti. I'm sorry if I've butchered the name. I think it's Sophia Numvit. So she'll be playing the queen of the queen of the dwarves, basically. So I think, of course, Owain Arthur's wife. So I think this is a really interesting one, and also, Helen. I know I've gone for you, even though you don't like dwarves, but don't you notice a little this gold dust or tint they have on their hands? What do you think around that?
Well, for me, it was symbolic for, Sauron gave out the rings to the dwarves as well, right? And it didn't make them into something the Nazgul.
For life. Okay. Guys, we are really, really sorry about this. About all these live streams, but what's happening now? But we have, but during that, between the last break and this break, we went through nearly all of them. We've got 2 left. So, Carl, do you want to
Thank you
put
so
the
much
next
for keeping
one?
up with us, though. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Again,
Yeah, thank you very much.
we are really sorry about this, but again, we just hope we've got all the news out. So, okay, so do you want to put the next one up, Carl? So this one is Tristan Gravel as Pharazon, not yet our Pharazon. So yeah, not yet.
Oh.
So this
Wow.
is Pharazon the Golden, but he's actually kind of
His
blue and tints
origin
of golden.
story. That's
Mhm.
exciting.
Wow.
Wow.
Um.
I'd
So
like
yeah,
to see that. Him turning dark, but starting not so dark. That's nice. I like
This is
that.
good. We like this.
Yeah.
Next.
Does that
Talking.
mean, fellowship, that we fellowship? Does that mean we will see Palantir?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, very good.
Parplantir will be in season 1, and but we know that at some point in season 1, might not say that Cynthia and I Robson, most likely Muriel, will either get the throne through his passing or become queen and regent capacity. We cannot currently we can't differentiate the two. And also John Buckley, Meteor Man is okay, he is safe with his apple, and we will get back to that. But so yeah, do you think, Marcel, do you like this little different take on Pharazon? I think he's muted, so push that question onto Talking Tube.
Yeah, I thought that this has to be our Pharazon because if you look at the insignia on the sun, the sun in this element, this golden element, Numenoreans are often supposedly meant to be the ancient Egyptians. And if you see this is like the old sun gods. It's Amun-Re. It's it's expressive and it's power in person. So I really love this, but it's not yet our Pharazon, so he's still looking good. Not yet quite evil.
Yeah, someone says he's going to try hard to be more golden than Gil-galad. That is true. I think Gil-galad is currently might take the golden for season 1, but maybe not season 5, because spoiler alert, something might happen to Tristan Gravel as Pharazon. Might not. We'll have to wait and see. But I think.
And I'd also add really quick if I can.
Yep.
It may not necessarily be as gilded as our Pharazon becomes, but it's still not necessarily, a happy and nice outfit there. I mean, it's a dark blue. It looks kind of ominous. Maybe they chose blue because, I don't know, he makes Numenor sink later or whatever. But I think he'll still be sort of a villain, but definitely later on as he does, get more rich gilded robes, we'll also see him become more and more evil, which it would be kind of a cool descent into madness element, or this descent into getting seduced by Anatar in not a literal way.
Interesting, yeah. And I think the one thing we haven't mentioned yet is Anatar, and I think maybe that might not be in season 1 as maybe potentially as Anatar, but I do think there is a Sauron in season 1, and that you might be thinking, how does that work out? But we will get back to that in a bit. But does anybody want to chime in with final thoughts on Pharazon?
No, I mean, I think it looks he looks pretty good here. Let's jump forward before we crash again.
Let's go to the next one.
Next one.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. Oh, we're doing that one. Cool.
Oh yeah.
So, what I think this is the last one. So first of all, what race do you think this character is? I think first off, elf, man, Numenorean, potentially Dwarven.
Oh, Numenorean, definitely. I
guessing
remember reading the Unfinished Tales a while ago, and I'm pretty sure it was said that the Numenoreans didn't usually use swords, but they did use bows just for like sport and fun, which would kind of make sense. But of course, maybe I've seen some people on Twitter say like maybe it's a Druidine or something like that.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was wondering.
Could this be an elf potentially?
I'm gonna say elf, but only because it looks like his whole armor is made of wood, and I'm like, what? But yeah, that was my only reasoning.
Maybe could it be a wood elf? Maybe greenwood potentially. I think. Oh, someone just mentioned that now.
Well, that's what I was thinking because of the leaves and all of the stuff happening on his uniform. But yeah.
So
if you go for art history, and if you go for the green man that you see on many cathedrals, Christian cathedrals all over the world, that's what George R.R. Martin did with his, the trees in the north had looked a bit like this, and lots of people are saying Druidine, and Tolkien has taken this from this tradition. I don't know. It has to be someone in Middle Earth. It can't possibly be someone in Numenor. I'm not convinced that this could be anywhere in Numenor. And Druidine is a good choice, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and just for the thing on this is that all we know right now and can confirm is that the person here is Ismael Cruz Cordova. I think some people can be guessed in chat already, so that's all we know. This person with the arrow, and all we can also say is that Ismael Cruz Cordova was on the human village set in some battle scenes, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he is human. That's still up to interpretation. But yes. This is Ismail
Wow.
Cordova. So yeah.
Now
Any-
let's go back to the meteor at some point, unless anybody's got more.
Yeah, we need to talk about that one.
I can see everybody in the
Yeah,
chat's
let's-
about to explode.
Kyle,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Um,
decide on the crucial
And hold on, before we
question.
move on, what do you think the face is there? Obviously, it's
Mhm.
something important.
It looks like an end, no?
Yeah, I mean that's
I can
that's
see
kind
it.
of what I was thinking. Like, and Tom Bombadil. If
Yeah.
it's supposed to resemble a powerful figure, it could be perhaps the face of Arome, the Vala. I mean, if this is like a huntsman
Yes.
oriented person, so
Mhm. For a while,
Yes.
if it was a
They
Numenorean,
had gods too.
I was thinking
so-
Olmo, but that doesn't seem very likely.
Okay, the chat wants to tell us about Meteor. Now,
Meteor Man.
Meteor Man. So, what we can tell. Okay, so Carl, can you also put on screen what we were sent a few months ago? So, can you just tell me when that happens? So on screen right now, you can see the person in this poster is has an apple in his hand. That is not, of course, that's an apple prop. We were sent this apple prop months ago, as you can see on screen. So yes, that's it right there. So that, yeah. Oh wait, just wait a second. It will be on screen just in a second. And so, yeah, we have the exact apple that this should what's going on there, but we have the exact apple this person was can you stop typing? Okay, was using. Now
Wait, you have
So-
that apple?
yep, we had that's the as you
Nice.
can there you go. There you
Wow.
go.
That's
as you can
really
see.
obscure, but nice.
We have the apple.
How'd you get
We
it?
have in our possession the apple the Meteor guy had. And that is
Wait,
a mushroom.
really?
No.
Like a physical
That
apple?
How
is
cool!
the same apple.
No!
Did you really?
they just picked an
Oh,
apple
wait, you have
outside
no
and they were like,
photo.
"This is the
I was
one."
gonna
Yeah,
say,
right.
no way.
No.
Either that would be a
Hi-Fi.
threat or something. Be like, hey, stop
No,
sharing
okay.
secrets.
Okay, Amazon, we have not stolen something from your set. This was sent in to us, but yes, we have pictures. This is the episode. Someone we know has the apple. This is from
Okay.
the Hobbit sets. So yes, this. Okay, people wondering. This is
Wait,
not to give
someone
that is
has
lit-
stolen this apple.
Yeah. Okay, someone has stolen the apple from set. Okay,
No.
but this is
What?
literally the same apple that that person is holding. So yeah, these two things have been stolen from set, and so
He
yeah,
was holding a
Random.
mushroom. I don't remember
And there's
seeing
a-
a mushroom.
that's yeah, that mushroom's there as well.
That's
So-
mental.
Well, I guess
So
that-
this is
that's
Farmer
stuff in
Maggot.
posters.
This is the ancestor of Farmer Maggot then.
And he came in on a meteor. Is what you're telling me?
The
I
drama.
want to see Farmer Maggot on him.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna?
Amazon, yeah. Someone, we are not claiming that this apple is ours, but we do have a picture of it sent to us. So yeah, we have no clue who where this apple is right now. So yeah,
That's horrible.
okay.
Oh god.
But Jeff, if you're watching, you can have your apple back without us.
Wait.
We
No,
give it
not
back.
from us. Don't say that. That's terrible.
No, you can have your apple back. Okay.
I have nothing to do with this. I would
Okay.
like to say, please hire me.
One
I have
fellowship.
nothing to
I'm
do with
saying,
this.
okay.
Don't give it away
Oh,
that easy. Come on, you gotta make it a bargain.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we'll trade you stuff
Okay.
for the apple.
Odds on.
We'll trade you
okay.
penguin for the
So,
apple.
Now, okay, that's enough
I
about
like
the
that
apple.
idea.
Okay, we maybe
Alright,
we got a
let's
bit over the
focus.
top.
Focus.
Okay, so all we can say right now from the Meteor person, from what we've been able to discuss, that this character is not is looking more like an evil character right now, which really lowers down the characters it could be. So yeah, this person coming in from the Meteor isn't necessarily a good character, which then must remove the possibility of it being the Blue Wizards then, isn't it?
Well, there's some theories about if the Blue Wizards like did do evil, right? Tolkien himself went back and forth on that, but
Right.
One thing I
Mhm.
would say though, this would have to be when the blue wizards like first come down, so maybe
Yeah.
they get evil later, but if this person's evil right after coming down in a
No,
meteor, I don't
so
think it can be the blue
I
wizard
think no,
because like
so
he was
yeah.
an amnesiac is
Yeah.
what you said.
So this character comes down and has forgotten about is forgotten, but in season 1, this character is going to become evil. And if I had to put a bet right now, okay, actually, I'm not sure I should say this because
Wait, so
I
he's
know
going to become evil, but he's not like
no,
evil.
not become evil.
from
He
the get-go.
might already be evil before
Just
he.
doesn't know.
Yeah, he's forgotten
Is it
who he
Sauron?
is.
Is it Anatar?
So I
Did he-
could
I
see that being a
think
blue
I'm
wizard, I guess.
thinking it might have. I think it's looking like potentially it could be maybe Sauron. I think it could be Saruman, maybe because Amazon might change. It's interesting around Saruman. It might be quite interesting, but that's all I'm saying right now. This scene will be in the trailer, and that's what for clarification around this. Is that so? We don't know. So there are a few trailers by Amazon. We don't know which trailer this asteroid landing, the meteor landing scene is in. And people asking, "Hey, tell us a name." We don't know the name of the. We don't know which evil character is. All we know right now is that this is an evil character that it's a villain. So basically, the meteor guy is looking like a villain. So that removes the possibility of it being Glorfindel. That removes the possibility of it being potentially the Blue Wizards. So could we be potentially seeing him maybe Sauron? This is just speculation, but do you think this could be possible?
He
Depends
has a
on where.
beard. I don't think he
Uh-huh.
has a beard.
I mean,
No.
How's he gonna be
Sauron.
sexy if he has a beard?
Sauron
No
could take
Sauron.
different shapes, and what somebody said here in the live chat, it went too fast, but yeah, I mean, apple equals temptation in most archetypes. It could be kind of a thematic tie between the story of Satan and as the snake and the apple and everything like that. Maybe if that's kind of the archetypes and the themes that they're going, we could see it be Sauron, at least in one form, but
Mm-hmm. And the other opportunities is could this be Saruman then maybe? Because you
Kill
can
me
know it's
now.
really
I
thin
think that's
line.
the least likely
Yeah.
because if
Isn't
Sauron
he
was
nice
already
at some
evil
point?
in like the Second Age, I feel like that would kind of go against
yeah.
like
Mhm. But the
everything that
thing
Peter
is,
Jackson movies show.
The Astari
Yes.
only came
it's
in the
also
Third
stupid.
Age.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the,
that's
the,
the
the
thing as
Astari
well.
only came at about 1000 of the Third Age. So, I mean, it's not that they could not have come at some other time or place, wherever. But as far as we know, the Astari, the 5 that we know, Radagast, Saruman, the 2 Blue Wizards, and Gandalf, obviously, they came in the Third Age. So it's a bit difficult. And tons of people have beards. Bring it up for the beards here. I love it. It's but I wouldn't know
Mm-hmm.
Sauron with a beard.
But also,
Someone-
Sauron coming in on a meteor. I'm not exactly sure about all of that.
Yeah, but that's a level
Like I
of
said, it's
coolness
stupid.
only Sauron can bring, right? I mean, if
I
you
guess.
ride in on a meteor, it has to be Sauron, right?
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's got to be some immortal being. It can't be, unfortunately, Lobelia Sackville Baggins.
Dang it.
Damn!
What a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I just think it's really interesting. So I think the only thing that we could do with this specific reveal is potentially move Glorfindel, potentially the Blue Wizards. Unless, do you think? Okay, here is another one. Do you think maybe they will make the Blue Wizards evil? It's really hard to put candidates down for this. Do you think Amazon could tempt that possibility?
Could they do one? Like one of them
Um,
evil, one of them not? Wouldn't there be two if the blue
Ooh, I like that
wizards, like
idea.
because you're saying the blue wizards, so wouldn't they both arrive then on the thing, and then one of them turn evil and the other one, or do they arrive separately? Are they like twins? I don't know. It could be like the first thought that I had was blue wizard when I saw the picture and I heard that that person's coming on the meteorite, but I mean,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
could.
Someone. Yeah. So quickly, wait. Hen, can you quickly post in chat Daniel Wayman's character description? Do that because
Daniel
someone.
Raymond, that would be
Yeah.
Derek, right?
Derek. Yeah. So
Wait, so
Robin
this
in
is
chat
Daniel
Give me a
Wayman.
second.
So
It should be there.
okay. So Robin Incha has made a really good point. So Daniel Wayman, who has this is speculation, but we haven't had this confirmed. If we did, we would have put it in. But Daniel
Go.
Wayman, who's been rocking a beard this entire shoot, he is playing the code name Derek, and I'll quickly read out his character description. An amazing leading role for methodical, thoughtful, and immersive actor. And I think I'll get to the point. He's initially curious, childlike, and very out of place from his surroundings, but with a deep and primal sense of purpose that drives him underneath it all. This is a physical role.
Wow.
Expressive, non-verbal abilities are going to be required. Now, this maybe potentially read like this Meteor guy? What do you guys think?
My goodness, yeah, because if you're coming from space or whatever and on a meteorite and it's kind of like being born again. If you're so then he's like an infant in the beginning and he's learning everything anew and
Mhm.
then he realizes that everything is or that he is evil. That's what I was gonna say about Sauron as well, because if it's one of those times after he's been defeated once,
Mhm.
he might come back and be like that. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, it makes sense for for this character to become more of a villain because, especially in the Second Age, like the only, I guess, enumerated villains that we have are the fallen kings of Numenor, our Pharazon, and some of the others, and then Sauron as well. We don't really have a lot of villains, especially if they're kind of taking a time in Middle Earth and pulling it to be multiple seasons. They're gonna implement new villains, and it would make sense for it to be a wizard that perhaps turns evil, somewhat like Saruman. But yeah, interesting.
I mean, if we talk about meteorites, I mean, we actually have some certain ships sailing the skies. So it could just simply be
yes.
someone dropping off certain ships because they're kind of annoying or something. So I mean, that's that. If we have someone up in the skies, it doesn't have to really be a meteorite, right? So I'd like to see the explanation for who or where or what that is really about. So. It's Second Age, so we don't really know what is going on there.
And can we quickly go to maybe finally wrap up? Go back to the Celebrimbor one. I think was one of the most interesting ones. So yeah, final thoughts on the actor first. Yoistan.
I'm excited to see what these actors bring to the table and like a new generation of actors working in Tolkien's world and everything. I mean, some of the actors with the Lord of the Rings movies were more well known than others, so I'm excited. I don't honestly know a lot about all of these actors. Obviously, I've seen the actor who played Benjen Stark, but yeah, other than that, I'm kind of coming in not knowing a lot of these actors, but I'm very excited to see what they can bring. Roles their own in a sense. So.
And Helen, do you think maybe age might be a problem with this one or not?
With Celebrimbor specifically?
Yes, because I think he's 52. They said.
Yeah. Well, I always imagined him, the same. I mean, age is weird for elves, but I imagined him, Galadriel, Celeborn, Gil-galad, kind of the same age looking wise. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the older side, especially because not only is he 52 now when he's filming the series, or maybe he was around 50, but in the future, they're probably not going to be able to do anything with him like 10 years from now because he's going to be in his 60s. I guess they could age him down, but that's always not very convenient.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Well-
he's a clever elf, right? He's an elf, he's still an ancient elf, right? And he lived in Gondolin apparently and whatnot. So, and then Sauron being able to, if they portray him as an older dude, then obviously you think, oh, he's wise. But how could then Sauron turn him, but not Gil-galad, right? Maybe because they make him an evil or evil-ish character. I don't really know. But it's weird it's rather easy to convince, like a young elf that still wants to achieve something. Then Sauron promises you something. And I think they will set up Lindon against Eregion. And so it is weird that he's older. It feels weird to me, but anyway.
Well, if the first season is basically the forging of the rings, it's Celebrimbor, it's Sauron coming to Eregion, and then the end of the season is the end of Eregion and the death of Celebrimbor, it's over. That actor has only done 1 year, and that's it, and he will never return in that series. So, I think the first season is gonna be the
Unless
forging
they're-
of the rings to bring us into the things that we, to have Galadriel coming in, have Celebrimbor, have Celagorn, have Gilgalad, everyone in there. And then the last episode is going to be the death of Celebrimbor. That is one option. One of the stories.
I
you
think
can
they could
possibly
milk
tell.
it for a little bit
Yeah.
longer than that, but yeah.
Yeah, they could, but they might not want to. I mean, they might want to focus. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, it
And-
raises a bigger question about the show at large is, how much time is spent in the earlier parts of the Second Age or even before then, and how much of it is spent in our Pharazon, Elendil, Isildur, Gil-galad time frame,
What are you guys' opinions on time compression? Could Amazon put the two different segregated parts of the Second Age together? Do you think that would account?
Is this series going to be Witchered? You mean, and are we going to have jumps, chronological jumps, and
Not-
the one connecting thread is going to be just Galadriel or Sauron or Elrond?
Yeah, could be
And
that.
the thing is, they gave us the number 25 kings and queens. We had rulers of Numenor. So if you say, okay, something happened in the year 1500, Numenor drowned 3000, whatever, 340 or whatever, then that just cuts off 1500 plus years. So you cut off kings. So you need to give them different, numbers for the kings. And that's, I don't know, that's against canon. I would be okay with time jumps, but going against canon, putting it at the same timeline, I wouldn't like too much.
And quickly around Miriel, I wanted to mention that why haven't we done her? Because we don't know whether that's Miriel or maybe her mother, so the wife of Tar Palantir. So we cannot confirm which one it is at the moment, so we haven't been able to get context around that. But that's a character we haven't mentioned. So before we wrap up, talk to you. What are your final thoughts, maybe on Miriel as a character in this show?
I think she'll be an interesting character. I think they're going to go in a different direction than they did with the lore with her, just with her being a ruler, because she wasn't really that in the lore, but she was, or she's going to be in the show. I think it's going to be interesting.
And I think final to end off with is on Adar. So people thought this was the Witch King, I was thinking, could the Witch King maybe be the person with the broken sword then? Who's seen that one?
yeah.
Do you think
Could
maybe that
be.
could be the Witch King?
I mean, we
I don't
have
really
talked
get
about
those-
wanting to see an origin story of these evil beings. So
It could be him pre-corruption, I guess, or as he's getting corrupted.
yeah,
But I just don't really get the vibes of, he was a king of men or noble or anything like that. He just kind of looks like a ragtag ranger, really.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. It's very
But
difficult.
I
Good
think,
idea, though. I like
Yep.
it.
despite all the technical difficulties that we are sorry about, and I think we've made it out alive. I think we all have.
Yeah.
Everyone's still intact.
yes.
I think that's two people. So Hope that.
Everyone else is just gone.
Yeah, I think
Well,
Lobelia
we're
finally
here.
got me.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Packages for you.
Yep. So started from talking to, then going to Helen, then to Marcel, then to Men of the West. Do you guys all want to say where people can find you guys? All your links are already in the description. Starting off talking to you.
All right, sorry, yeah, I missed that. I'm on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. I've only got like 50 followers, so if you'd follow me there, that'd be great. I cover mostly just stuff about the show. I've got like a good 50-something videos about it. Looking forward to covering it some more, and I'll also be doing a breakdown of this on my channel. So yeah, you can just go ahead and check me out there.
Helen.
Yeah, and I'm Helen, aka the Clueless Fangirl. I also have a YouTube channel and Twitter and social media, and I do nerdy first and second age Silmarillion content on my YouTube channel, similar to this, and I also cover this show.
Perfect. Marcel.
You can find me at thetolkienist.com. There's my blog. I'm also on Patreon for some special information on this. Most of the time, you'll definitely find me on Twitter, which is the_Tolkienist, and definitely doing everything from Tolkien's Live and Works to obviously seeing what's coming up with this particular series. I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed. Also, Joysten.
Yeah, you can find me at Men of the West on YouTube. I make Tolkien lore videos every week, and I'm at Joysten on Twitter. Thanks so much.
Oh, you didn't thank me. Well, you guys can find me everywhere. I'm all over the place, but you can find me under nbangin on Twitter and on TikTok as well. That's nbangin, as in Miss Bangin, you know. And you can find me under Miss Bangin and also Geeky Glober on Instagram and Geeky Glober on YouTube. But I haven't been very active there lately. So yes, that's me.
Indeed, and just as from the side of Fellowship of Fans, I'm of course again really sorry about all the technical difficulties. I think for the last 20-25 minutes now we have been able to get through this as well. I hope you guys can take, and I'm really sorry about the intro again. Don't know what's going on, but I'm really happy that over the last few days on Twitter, Reddit, Discord, people have been using our leaks and what they know of who is who, and they've been able to put together, okay, so this is Benjamin Walker's hand, so this must be Gilgalad. So and someone said, when is trailer dropping? I think that must be coming up, as Council of the Rings said. Also, hello there, friends from Council of the Rings as well. But I think, finally forgot, last but not least, Ken, thank you, my friend.
It's always fun. This was especially, I guess, from an audience point of view, like cutting in and out, but behind the scenes and everything, it was pretty amusing.
Also, quickly, Carl, I think someone's asked for it. Put the apple back up, just one last time. I think that's to end it. Also,
Food.
live chat.
I want to say to chat, thank you so much for making this the most entertaining live I've ever been on. Thank you.
And I think chat.
The chat was on fire.
Chat, you were amazing today.
Thank you all for your patience.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And could you guys, or maybe in chat, say thank you to Kyle as well, who has been working behind the scenes for this whole 2 hours, probably stressed out doing this.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Wizard Kyle.
He's done a lot.
Yes.
All appreciate him for that. But until the next time, my friends, goodbye.